Because we are a rural geographic area, we had limited access to a full complement of a core team. Initially, our teams only had service coordinators and developmental specialists. So we worked with other teams throughout the state who had complete teams, and we borrowed upon their expertise. And it was important to bring the expertise here to our teams. And so we started looking at how we could have a weekly team meeting to help support our developmental specialists and our service coordinators.
Impression to kind of calm her.
And I would try the book bag, like putting stuff in the book bag, like have her wear it around a little bit too, and just see if her
We knew we couldn't physically do that. We come from a wide variety of distances, and our providers work across 3 vast counties, so we wouldn't be able to have weekly team meetings without the use of video conferencing.
Just the excitement that he had when he gave that card to Mom and Mom got what he needed, just the excitement that, she understood what he wanted was awesome. But she's also has a set of cards that she's using at grandparents' house on a regular basis.
In the beginning, that was about getting people together, about getting people talking. At these weekly team meetings, we were able to coach around families. And so we built from there.
Expecting it to be that fast, and to hear Mom talk too about.
Another great benefit of using video conferencing for our weekly team meetings is it gives opportunities for families to join the team meetings when it's time to have a discussion about their child, or even they can introduce their child during the welcome to the program.
Hi Lauren, I'm BJ. I'm the Director of Early Childhood.
When I first started working with early intervention, I met everyone through a virtual team meeting, and I just introduced Allie and Allie's story and what we're dealing with at this time with her feeding issues.
Tell us a little bit about Allie and some of the things that are going on with her.
Okay. Allie was diagnosed with.
My husband and I both work, and we want to be a part of any meetings that are going on around our kids. So joining the virtual team meeting, I could do it from work, so I didn't have to take those days off, but I could still be a part of the meeting. Being on video, you can really see other people's facial expressions, and it gives that a little bit more personal touch rather than just hearing their voice over a phone. I enjoy being a part of the virtual team meetings. I now have a face to everyone on their team, and that makes it a lot better for me.
Well, it was very nice meeting everyone. Thank you all, and I look forward to working with everyone.
Thanks, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Even though it's a little wider, the handles come out a little bit more in front, so she has a little bit more of that side support in this one.
So sometimes video conferencing can be done, and it's not even that big of a deal. It just creates efficiency, and it's a good way for staff members to communicate with one another. There are times when we have a staff member who needs to illustrate the use of a piece of equipment to another staff member, and video conferencing allows a quick and efficient real-time way to achieve that.
This is just the tricky part, because you gotta
It's important to use not only video conferencing, but the use of recorded video. Video gives a rich opportunity for coaching to take place because it gives a greater amount of context so that it could help the team members generate ideas. For example, our developmental specialists record video in the homes and bring those back to the team meetings for the specialists who didn't have the opportunity to go into the homes and meet the families and really see and understand that environment.
So as you can see, Mom is having difficulty with the prosthetic. Does anyone have any ideas or any thoughts?
I feel like it's probably difficult because of the way his leg is positioned, and I think that I've never even seen a prosthetic made like that, so I'm sure that it's going to take a little bit of practice and repetition for her to get comfortable doing it.
What I like about having the video to use for these coaching opportunities is to be able to see the child in their environment and get a better feel as to what things look like specifically, because sometimes I feel like as a provider you overlook things because you're used to that child, and as a team member that doesn't see that child on a regular basis, it's nice to be able to see firsthand what they're talking about. For instance, today with putting that prosthetic on, you actually could see the struggle she was having and getting it on, and I was able to better understand what Quinn looked like and really what the struggle looked like to get that prosthetic on, and I think that helps us to offer better advice.
In the beginning, we were fearful that coming together virtually for a team meeting wouldn't be as good as physically being there. But as we've evolved with this process, we've learned that it can be equally as good as being there physically. And because it doesn't just happen naturally, we had to think about some things very deliberately when we were planning our team meetings. We have to be very cognizant of where people sit. And we had to think about things like people using the correct device and if their Wi-Fi signal was good or if they needed to be connected via an Ethernet cable. So there were a lot of little things that you have to consider to ensure that your meetings run smoothly. But at the end of the day, you overcome all of those details and we get comfortable with it. And we would never want to go back because using a telephone and not being able to see the person face to face is never as good. Video conferencing and recorded video allow us to bring expertise to where it needs to be. And we need to use every set of tools that we have at our disposal to support families.